If you had all the money / power necessary, what would you do or change that you feel would be most beneficial for the LGBTQ community?
Honestly, is to bring back places like we had a place like called the Center here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it was just like a little. It kind of was like the planet off the L word, kind of.
Oh.
Like I think places where we feel most comfortable and where we can be us with unapologetically and like we're safe and stuff like that. I think that's one of the biggest things that I want to go ahead and make sure that the LGBTQ community has is safety. Like so I would probably put a lot of my creative ways and my money towards that.
Gotcha.
Like
Come on.
it's yeah, it was a story. It was just like a 9-year-old boy committed suicide because he was gay and he was being teased about it. Like, like that's sad to know that a kid, was feeling like this. Like, like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so like, they think that like, putting forth like LGBTQ education in the syllabus is gonna like make a change or putting it more on TV is going to make a change, but that's not what's going to make the change. What's going to make the change is that we need to always feel safe. Like there should be no reason why just because we like who we like that we don't feel safe. Like that's bogus as ever.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's honestly, to be honest with you, if we did a poll, and Aaron can correct me if I'm wrong, the general consensus that we've gotten when it comes to this question has been to create a safe place or a safe haven for those who are LGBTQ and they can be themselves and be comfortable. That's been like the more general one consensus in so many different ways to make it happen, but that's been a general consensus. So yeah, thank you for that. I just noticed that.
If I had it my way, every place would be like San Diego, California. Like San Diego is so goddamn gay, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All the gay couples walking their dogs, all the gay men, like literally, like I love it. And everybody's just so free, and there's nothing wrong, and no one's hating. It's everything is just free. Like that's to be free. Like I would love that.
I've never been to San Diego. I've been to LA before, but never been to San Diego. So maybe somebody to look into. I'm curious now that you said that, honestly. Question number 2 is this. It starts off with a quote and then it's the question. The quote is this. Ask me not where I live or what I like to eat or how I comb my hair, but ask me, what am I living for? In detail, ask me, what do I think is keeping me from living fully for the thing I want to live for? And that's a quote by Thomas Morton. Excuse me. The question is this, though. What is your goal in life, and what's the one thing slowing you down from achieving that goal?
My goal in life is to always break through the standards that are created for Black women and go above and beyond. Like my thing is like I always want to go ahead and I'm extra. Like everybody knows me. I'm just like I'm extra all the time, like extra with anything I do. Like everything just has to be over the top extra. And I think that my goal would always be to maintain that, to maintain the generosity I have, the organicness that I have. Like, like I remember years and years and years ago, Adina Howard once told me, she was just like, you have like this organic spirit that is going to attract everyone to you. You just have to figure out how to weave those people out that don't deserve to share that space with you. And I never knew what she meant until a couple of years ago. And I was just like, wow, like, I tell people this all the time, like you meet me, my personality drags you in, and it's going to go ahead and make you want to be around for everything that I have in store. Like I'm literally like, I just always want to be me. Like I can't express that enough, how I pride myself on being in my own book, writing my own chapter, driving in my own lane, marching to my own drum, like everything on Muff's accord, like no one else's time. I'm even like that with sex. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm even like that.
Okay, in the bedroom. You're in charge. What you're saying? I'm in charge. I take charge in charge.
It has to be on my time. It has to be what Muff wants. So something that's holding me back. I can't believe I'm saying this, and I can't wait I cannot say this, but I think something that holds me back is my mental illnesses. I have been diagnosed with being bipolar and major depression and anxiety, as well as PTSD. So a little fucked up there.
No, you still so good. It's got a different story. Right.
I think that's holding me back right now because I'm just learning how to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel as if like, and I posted something the other day on Instagram. I was just like, once I get my mental health together, you bitches better watch out. Y'all better
Oh,
watch the
right
fuck out.
now. Talk
Listen,
about it. Y'all better watch me now.
listen.
It's on. Oh, I love it. It's the power in knowing. I think ultimately the power is knowing, right? And so the power that you know that's the thing. And then you can say that like it's not a hindrance. It's not stopping me. It's not something I'm gonna let win. I got this. And when I come out the other side, you better be ready. So
Right.
yes, they better be ready. Number 3 is our deepest tea. So share something with us you've never shared on social media before, but something of course you want to share with us. But give us something.
Something I've never shared on social media before is that, and I guess I can say this now. If she ever, she gonna be so mad. Oh my god. I am sort of kind of in love with my ex still. Yeah.
Oh really? That's real
Yeah.
deep.
I know, right? We're trying to be friends right now, but she was a safe haven when I felt like I didn't have anything. And um
That's deep.
now that we are not together anymore and we are doing this whole friend thing, like I still feel like I love her and I would love to be with her. And I've never said that out loud to anyone before in my life.
Oh my god! You started
Everybody
some.
thinks I'm over Erica, and I was just like, no, bitch, I still love you.
Well, you've admitted it. So the power is knowing. And you know it because you said it out loud to us here. So I'm hoping that you can face that, and have a conversation. I think the ultimate thing is because women, I'm just going to say that, I don't understand how you can be in love with someone or be with someone and not say anything and be like, it's A-okay and you're living your life peachy keen. I don't understand it at all. So I think it's best at some point when you're ready. Because
which is crazy is because like I don't feel as if like there's ever gonna be a time where I could tell her this at all. And I don't think I would want to tell her this. Like I feel as if like, and if you listen to the album, one of the poems comment, like in there I say that I've ruined her. Like, like I can do that. Like I'm a lot to handle. Not even a lot to handle. I'm a lot to take in. And for someone that is as laid back and nonchalant as her, and for me to be like, hey, I'm muffing your face, like, I feel like I kind of like I'm kind of a little bit too much for her. And so for that, I love her too much to have to put her through the scrutiny of being OG Muffy Johnson's girlfriend, because she doesn't like the, the showbiz, and she doesn't like the limelight. Like, she don't be like, like she be at my shows tucked off in the corner in the dark, not saying nothing.
And I know as an artist that you want that. You want someone who will be there and will be engaging and will be, because, I'm an artist. And so I get that. Like, you want someone that's going to be there selling t-shirts. Like, here's my baby t-shirt. Like, here's the next show information. So I get what you're saying. And I think, again, like I said, power is knowing. Now that you know that, again, you can feel how you want to feel. You can't tell your heart to feel it. It feels what it feels, right? But like you said, if you know that it can be damaging and you know that it can be X, Y, and Z, then don't put yourself through that again. You know what I'm saying? That's what causes the mental problem. It takes us back to a certain place when we put ourselves in situations that we've already overcome. So, you already overcome it, and now we're friends. Like, nothing wrong with how you feel, but power is knowing. So where can lead. So keep it there. Question number 4, and then number 5. We got to get out of here. I know. Sorry, we took it somewhere else. Number 4. What is your biggest stumbling block that you had on your path up, and how did you overcome it?
It was she's probably gonna hate, not the same person, but this person is probably
somebody else.
My biggest when I stumbled was when I officially walked away from Lavish the Lucky One, from the Lucky Laugh. When I walked away from her as
I know you're talking about. That's one of our show friends, cousins to the show, right?
Yes. First off, she dumped me. Let's just start there. She dumped me. But I remember, to know someone for 8 years and to have that rapport with them, and like to know that this is like, she was my person when it comes to being a creative, like
Gotcha.
in one of my poems on my album, I say that, like, like my ability, like me loving her made her have the ability to be who she wanted to be,
That
and
happens in a relationship.
yeah. And the hardest part about that situation was that when I walked away from all of that with her, the podcast and our friendship, and even like, everything else, our businesses, like, I was just like, where do I go from here? What do I do? For a long time, it was Muff and Lav doing everything together. Like, I didn't do anything without her. I didn't think that I could do anything without her, and that was like, for a while, I was not going to go ahead and record the Evolution of Freedom at all. And I was just like, you know what, Salita, you are OG motherfucking Muffy Johnson. You better get off your ass, because that bitch did not create you. You created her, and you better go out there and do what the fuck you gotta do. And I did that. Boom.
And you did it. And it's happened. And it's out here everywhere. Just so
Everywhere.
You guys know, right? Okay. See, thank you for that. See, this has been one of the best interviews I've had in a while, like especially with the Man Radio. Like I'm feeling it. We're going other places. So you got me caught up. Supposed to be working. Last question is this. What are some things, or the main thing that you would like to be left in the legacy time capsule legacy of your work?
If it's possible, my journals. My journals. I'm not a when I write poetry or anything that I write, I can't do it on my phone. I need a pen and piece of paper to write. Like I
you one of them old school.
Gliding.
Yes. Old school. I can't read my handwriting, so I need to write it down on this phone.
Yes. So I have like 1,000,001 journals, and just full of poems, things, just like unfinished poems, just like, little short things. So like, I would hope that it's kind of like how we did the Cleveland Museum of Art did an exhibition of John Michel Basquiat's notebooks. Like, he had a composition notebook, which is like draw random shit in there, like write random poems in there and everything like that, and they displayed it in the museum. And I thought it was amazing. I would love for something like that to happen for me, where like, my notebooks is like, display. So
they go up in the air, like in the museum.
Yes.
Of Cleveland. In the Cleveland History Museum. We're gonna put OG Muff's journals in there. All right, yes. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Then we gotta put these out into the universe so you can receive, what you want, Yes. So nothing wrong with that. We heard it here first, right here on all of the tea right here. So where could the poet OG Muffy Johnson be found online? First and foremost, thank you again for this interview. Before we wrap up, you've been an amazing co-host on the Homeless Talk Show, as well as awesome interview. She's gonna be with us here all week long. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tell the people where they can find you online if they want to find you, look you up.
You can find me on Instagram at OG_Muffy Johnson. My Facebook is Salita Lee Johnson. And you can actually stream my first album, The Black and Red Notebook, and also my sophomore album, The Evolution of Freedom, Volume 1, everywhere. All you have to do is just search OG Muffy Johnson. You'll find it in Apple Music, Spotify, Google, Tidal, all that. And I actually just got an email right before this that my album hit 500 plays. So
come on.